All right, so we made our list script here, and basically what's going to do is if the light switch is on, that's why if this variable is on or false, on the update, which means every frame, it's going to either move it up or down based on that. Okay, but there's nothing to turn this on or off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the toggle of this if the value is on, so you can see it's a Boolean, to that script. So I'm going to have it. I'm going to go ahead and take the game controller, drop it on here, because that's where I attached the function to that I created. And I thought I did. Maybe I did not. Oh, you know what? I put it on the sugar glider. That's right. I didn't put it on game controller. Hang on a second. So here we go. So that's going to be the sugar glider. It's got to go on here. Sorry. And sugar wake script. And I'm going to do light switch. And now if I hit play, and you can see if I turn that off, it goes up. Turn it down, goes down. Okay. But you might see a problem with this. I'm assuming you do. Hopefully. Is that it is going up forever and down forever. So basically what I do is I make it so it stops. Okay, so either it goes up and then it stops once it hits this spot, and then it goes down, it stops at the bottom. Okay, so it's relatively easy. Basically what we're going to do is we're just going to add another if statement onto this light switch. So we're going to say if the light switch is off, before it even bothers doing the transform, I'm going to do another condition here. So I'm going to say if the sugar, actually I could probably just put transform, I don't even know why. If transform dot position dot y, the up and down position, if that is less than the top position, then you can run this bit of code. Okay, and we're just going to tab this. Tab. And we're going to do the same thing down here. So we'll say if the transform dot position, all right, so because these are my transforms and position is each one of these, and then so it's position and then position each individual one, so dot y again is greater than bottom position, then you can run this code. Okay, so multiple things have to be true. Okay, so basically what's going to do is going to say, okay, if the light switch is off and the current position on the Y is less than the top position, then what's going to do is it's going to keep doing, it's going to run this through until basically this becomes true, or well, this is true, and then once it's not true, it won't run this anymore. And so it'll only do it for as long as that's on there. So I'm just going to go ahead and save this. Hope that we don't have any errors. Let's see. Looks good. Okay. So that's all fine and dandy, but one of the things I need to do is actually decide on what the top and bottom position is. So I'm going to go to scene, and I'm thinking top position, well, right about where it is. So I think probably 0. Yeah, we'll say 0. So top position 0 is good. Now bottom position is, we'll say here. So if we do -3, that'd be easier. Yeah, we'll say -3. -3. Beautiful. Okay, so now we have the top and the bottom. And now what I can do is hit play, and let's see. So lights off, lights on, lights off, lights on. Okay. Yay. Now that gets the idea across, and it does work, but there's not really a visual component to this besides the up and down. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a light and attach it to it. So for that, I'm actually going to switch from 2D to 3D mode here. And I'm going to go to game object, light, and we're going to do a spotlight. Okay. And I'm going to take this puppy, bring it up over here, and we will rotate it. E for rotate, W for move. And I'm just going to make sure that it's on this guy, and so on and so forth. Okay, and that looks adequate. Now, what you're going to notice is, if I go in here, it looks the same. The reason why is that right now these, currently, each one of these, the pouch back, the sugar glider, and the pouch front, they all have the sprite's default material. Okay, so the material is how this is being shaded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new folder. Create folder, and I'm just going to call it materials, because we are material girls and material worlds. And in this one, I'm going to make a create, and we're going to make a new material. And I'm just going to call it, I don't know, lighted material, right? I don't know. And that's fine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to plop it onto each one of these. So I'm going to go to the pouch back. I'm going to drop it onto this. And I'm going to go to the next one and drop it onto this. And I'm going to go to the last one, and I'm going to drop it onto this. Now, what you're going to notice is, you see how basically it's showing the cuts here? It's not showing the transforms well. That kind of sucks, right? So I need to fix that. Before I even fix that, though, you can see it's also kind of dark. So I'm going to go, hang on one second. Okay, so I'm just going to adjust this light so it actually affects it, because it's just not bright enough. So I'm just going to take the range, bring that up, and the intensity. I'm going to go all the way up to 8. I don't know if this is going to help. That does not. Okay. And I'm just going to take it and just make sure that it's covering it more. That's fine. So we'll say that that's good. Okay. So now if you look at the game, you can see it's lit. All right. But you can see I'm getting this like blackness here, which I don't really like. And that's basically because of the material. So what I got to do is, up here where it says, where are you? Oh, rendering mode opaque. We want to do transparent. No, not transparent. Fade. Fade. Try each one till it works. I don't like cutout. It seems like fade has the best. Okay, so you can see fade basically works a little bit better as opposed to the others. Okay, so just change that material and it'll fix all of them since they all have the same material applied to them. All right. So that's good. Now the other thing I need to do, last thing, is basically I need to have it so that the actual light here is where are you? The spotlight here is turns on and off. And so what I can do is actually just add that. When I did this before, I actually made it a separate thing, but I'm just going to go ahead and add it to light switch. So if the light switch is off. Oh, you know, I'll just put it right in here. So basically light switch, if the light switch is off, I'm just going to go ahead and just do, I'm just going to add a variable to hold my light up here. So we'll do a variable, and I'll just call it the light so that I know what it is, and we'll just make it a game object. Okay. And all I'm going to do is underneath the, I'm going to make it right inside this function light switch. I'm just going to do the light dot set. What is it called? Set asset. Hang on a second. I don't remember what the thing is. So I'm just do set active, and we're gonna set this to false, right? So basically, I'm gonna turn that light off, and I'm just gonna do the same thing down here. Command Control C, Control V, and this one will be true, right? So if I turn on the light, that's gonna turn this, not tour. That's going to turn this thing on. So I'll just save that. Go in here. Hopefully it doesn't do anything. I'm going to go to the sugar glider, and you can see the light. I just got to drop and drag this onto that. And now if I hit play, lights off, comes up, lights on, goes down. Okay, beauteous. Last thing I need to do is fix my next button. So I'm going to go to my button here. You can see I don't have anything to go to the next scene, so I'm just going to click on this, and my game controller, I'm going to go ahead and apply my menu script onto that. Okay, and I'm going to open up my menu script, and I'm just going to make another. So I got function load level 2, so I'm just going to copy it because it's basically the same thing. Control V, and this is going to be load level 3. Load level 3. So load level 3. And we'll just save that. And I'll minimize that. And what I'm going to do is go back to my button. And I got to attach my game controller, which has the script attached to it that I want to access. And then it's going to be my menu script. And it's going to be load level 3. And that's it. Okay. And we will save this. And now what you'll notice is if I go to my scenes, right, and if I start at main, I can go ahead and play. I can hit start to start, and you can see I have my things, and I can click them off. Woo! Sometimes multiples. Then click next to go to the next scene. Turn it on and off. And then if I hit next, doesn't do anything yet because I didn't make that scene yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and save this. And we're going to do File, New Scene. And I'm going to save this scene as, underneath my scenes, You Betcha, as level 3. And we will save it. Good. And I'm just going to go File, Build Settings. And I'm going to add Open Scene. So this is basically the order. Okay. And we will close out of that. And now we are set up for the next scene, which is just going to be another mini thing like we've done before. Okay. And I'm just going to save this, and we are good.